This is about the climate change protest because we want more action on climate change and we want a better future.
We're the ones in the long term who are going to be affected by it, and we're the ones who are going to see the fallout of it.
Over the last few years, marches like this have become a familiar sight around the world, as kids take to the streets to demand a better future.
Our future is worth more than money.
My name is Greta Thunberg.
It all started back in 2018 with this now famous schoolgirl who decided to stage her own protest outside of the Swedish parliament. What started as a small protest turned into a global movement, involving millions of kids and their supporters.
So our demands as School Strike for Climate are no new investment in fossil fuel projects, 100% renewable energy by 2030 and a just transition for fossil fuel workers. And especially in the lead up to COP26, we're really calling on the government to set a target for net zero emissions.
If you haven't heard of COP26, well, you will pretty soon. In just a couple of weeks, leaders from all over the world will meet in Glasgow in the UK for the UN Conference of the Parties. It's part of a series of meetings that have been going since 1995 to try to fix the problem of climate change. And yes, there have been 26 of them now, hence the name. People have described this year's meeting as the most important ever. We now know that the planet has already warmed, and that's going to get worse unless global emissions go down this decade. It's why many countries have already signed up to a zero net emissions target by 2050. Of course, getting to net zero won't be easy, especially for a country like Australia where lots of jobs rely on the fossil fuel industry. But a lot of people say it will be worth it, including many businesses here in Australia and all of the states and territories. But the federal government is yet to announce a national policy. Many are hoping that will change at COP26. Although some were worried that the Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, wasn't actually going to be there.
Scott Morrison, the Australian PM, isn't even certain that he could make it to the meeting in Glasgow?
Is that what he says, is he?
He did say, yeah.
And the point being that this is a last chance saloon, literally. Because if we don't really take the decisions that are vital now, it's going to be almost impossible to catch up.
Scott Morrison really needs to be attending these things because he's the one who has the say and he's the one who has the power to be able to change our lives for the better.
Well, the PM was listening.
So overnight, I confirmed my attendance at the Glasgow summit.
He says addressing climate change is something we need to do together, and he'll be working with other members of government to finalise a policy that he will take to COP. And a lot of people are going to be watching closely to see how Australia will react to what's being called the challenge of our generation.